Hi, friends. Uh, Tomorrow is Valentine's Day from when I'm publishing this video, and I wanted to share a love song for the occasion. Yes, there are some Irish love songs from which to choose, and I need to do one of those in the near future. But today, I actually want to walk us through the Elvis Presley tune, I Can't Help Falling in Love. I've got a couple of reasons for doing this. One, I want to play it for my wife, Cindy. And I thought, why not share it with you? But it also reminds me of the retirement home where I worked when I was in grad school. The folks who lived there were really wonderful. They gave me food, we'd sit around and sing and have a great time. I'd arrive early in the evening, and my job was to make sure they knew somebody was there. I was the security guard, right? And once everybody started settling down early in the evening, I just walked around and made sure the doors were locked. And then at shift change late at night, I'd let the nurses into the nursing wing. It was a great time, and they were wonderful people. And as we'd sit around singing at the piano, this was one of the tunes they wanted us to sing most often. Obviously, thinking of my wife Cindy comes first, but it also brings back great memories of those friends. So I'll provide music and tabs for the tune so that you could download them if you use that. I'll walk us through the tune standing so you can see my hands, and then we'll follow the usual pattern of talking about a couple of things after. Now, the tune itself is hauntingly beautiful, but there aren't many complications in it. So there are really two segments to learn, and you know the whole tune. You just have to be able to, string them together. So here's the first segment. Starts on a G. All right, that's the first part. And then you repeat that. You play the second part, and then you play the first part again twice. It's tag and ending line. Let me show you the second part. And after that, I'll play through the entire piece for us. So here is the second part. All right, if you know those two parts, so come back and look at those two parts. If you learn those two parts, you know the entire tune. Now, because there are repeats in it, if you use the music and tabs, you'll see that on there. Because of the repeats, I am going to play through the whole thing for us now, including the repeats. right. That's the whole tune. Like I said, there are two sections, and neither of them are all that challenging. You just have to know when to bring them in. Any difficulties you may experience, I hope you got, I mean, I was playing it through so that you could see my hands and trying to play it fairly straight. But I hope even there you got a little bit of the sense of the flow. There are some people you'll see doing it in 4/4 very straight time. This really should be notated in 6/8 or 12/8, depending upon really how minute differences in flavor of the tune. A couple of things to look out for. Breath control. As you could tell, you're doing a lot of long held notes. This is such a beautiful tune to play. It's very expressive. Please feel free to play it faster, but great tune for breath control and tone quality. Watch out for the triplets. Each of those, that first phrase I introduced, so they've got that bum, bum, bum. So that triplet's kind of spaced there. Otherwise, no real challenges to it. If you don't use the music and tabs, learn the first two sections and then play along with me. And if you do use the music and tabs, pull them up and then still play along with me so that we can get in the flow together. And I am going to play it in another video, maybe tomorrow on Valentine's Day. So ornamentation, some nice flowing ornaments. I think you could even use some cuts on the step downs. Maybe throw a roll in. I've also felt there's some phrasings where you may want to add in a couple of flourish notes. Definitely an opportunity for some vibrato on some of those long held, completing the phrase notes. Because that's just fading down some. Listen to some of Elvis's performances, some of the earlier ones. And I think you'll enjoy that. History of the tune, not a long and deep history. Now there are some references to a song that the tune may have been taken from, borrowed from as it were, but this song was written for Elvis's 1961 movie Blue Hawaii. There was a team of 3 creative musicians working on that, and I've placed their names on the music and tabs. So our cover of I Can't Help Falling in Love in honor of Valentine's Day, and I hope you enjoy it, my friends. Until next time, this is God Shade. Happy Lodi whistling.